My wife and I have a disagreement of situation.
Your wife and you have a disagreement?
Yeah, they're my...
Oh, okay.
I like the hair.
I like the hair.
It gives me that...
Hippie?
Gives me the Billy Connolly look.
It's more of a Jethro Tull, Dean Anderson look.
Okay.
We're old because we know what Jethro Tull is.
There you go.
Here we go. Cheers, buddy. Good to see you.
Hey, we're back.
We're back. It's not summer, which is a little weird.
Yeah. And it's not the Canadian edition.
It is not the Canadian edition. We're Gord and Wayne. That's Gord.
That's Wayne.
And we do recaps of the Canadian edition. We're doing it for 5 years, and we decided to recap season 30 of Amazing Race.
That's right.
It's
been an interesting season so far.
I've enjoyed it so far.
Yeah.
After the follow-up of the season 5 of Amazing Race Canada, I won't say any more, but
we're no longer mentioning that.
No, yeah, we're not. Yeah, the season that will not be named.
There you go.
There we go. So
season 30, on the other hand.
30, episode 1.
Episode 1, leaving New York City, Washington Park, I think.
They always leave New York and LA or something like that, which is fine.
I
like the live crowd. That's kind of cool.
I think it is.
I wish the Canadian one would do that one.
Yeah.
That's kind of fun. Crowd gets into it. You see some old teams from there hanging out, going, "Go team!"
You get to recognize some faces.
Yep.
The live crowd reaction, which is a lot better than the secrecy, because trying to keep these things secret.
Yeah, there's always a crowd.
It is not going to happen.
And Phil's a little more upbeat because of the crowd.
He is. Yeah. So it's fun. Everybody gets has to run into the fountain to get their clue. And then they're all flying to Iceland. Reykjavik. And to drive to, where the tectonic plates or something, and take a zip line over a river, big chasm down in, and then
easy stuff.
Get the flag, the Icelandic flag. And
you got to put yourself back. Yeah.
So the heavier guys going down that zip line was probably harder to get back.
I can imagine, based on watching Cedric and Sean, I can imagine if you went out there, how hard it would be for me to pull you back. He's big. He's like, you're like a basketball player size. You're 6'8", so that would be
pulling me back would have been entertaining.
I mean, I'm strong, but come on. But some teams get lost, as they do.
Yep, they do. A couple of teams did take a while to get there.
Yep.
The team Goat Yoga, who supposedly had the right directions.
Got them wrong.
The guy gets into a dune buggy and has to basically zoom through this bog area and count out all the letters. And the letters have numbers on them, which would tell you the order of the letters. Then you have to go back in Icelandic, go back, put the letters in the correct order to find your next place that you're going to.
We're recapping 3 episodes at once. We'll probably do more, one at a time.
We've been
busy.
Yeah.
So anyway,
very quickly through episode 1. Sean finally figures out what he did wrong. He goes and he looks at each individual letter and realizes he's got the accent wrong.
So they're way back.
Goes back. They're the last ones to leave that task. They're all heading into town, basically Ingolstrog or something. Yeah. It's Icelandic. What do we know? And they have to find a CrossFit champions working out and ask them 2 questions to find, or they ask 2 questions so they'll find out what the Black Death is and what
the plague,
some other thing. So apparently one of them is a alcoholic drink and the other one is cod liver oil.
Which is the plague.
The plague.
Oh, it's horrible.
Yeah, both of them.
It's like, well, the alcohol, I think we would fight amongst who gets to drink what.
Yeah, I prefer the alcohol.
I would too,
but somebody's got to drink the cod liver oil.
I would take it for the team.
Cody and Jessica should have been the first ones at the pit stop.
Yeah,
they ran in the wrong direction.
Yep.
Which allowed Christy and Jen to get there number 1.
Okay.
Went a trip for 2 to Santorini, which is nice.
Yeah.
Cody and Jessica did get there second.
Oh, that's okay. Second's better than
last.
Yeah.
Number of other teams come in. Cedric and Sean kind of redeemed themselves or pulled themselves back up from last place, but then because Cedric had hollered out,
penalty,
they had a 30-minute penalty, and they had to sit there and watch the other teams racing up.
Oh, that's hard to do. That would be really hard to do.
And Phil hauls them over. 30 seconds left. He's like, if they can make it here in 30 seconds, then you may be out. But
they did.
The other teams didn't make it in 30 seconds.
Then who was what? Goat Yoga and the Ring Girls.
The Ring Girls.
Yeah. And
hit the mat pretty much at the same time.
It was really close.
It was.
Yeah. But the Ring Girls are gone.
The Ring Girls are gone, unfortunately. Goat Yoga lives to fight another episode.
Another goat thing. I mean, the first episode was, the tasks weren't hugely amazing, but this is how you introduce the teams.
It did focus a little more on the teams, get a little more of the personality.
And I like these teams. They're pretty interesting. I was surprised because they're champions. I was worried they'd all be the same, but they picked some good different champions.
They're all very good competitive teams, but they're competitive in totally different
ways.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's not all sports, or it's not all sports. You know, I mean, Team Yale, for instance.
Yeah.
I mean, debate club champions.
And the food guys.
I
mean, even the car guys are totally different. I mean, they're different.
They're a sports thing.
There's
a lot of
sports
endurance stuff to them, and the NBA guys.
And of course, with the Big Brother team.
Okay. Yeah.
No, so good teams. I like the team.
Episode 2. Where's our notes? Hey, look, we have notes.
You took notes.
Yeah, I
just
took
watched
notes
the show.
because we're 3 weeks behind here. So
I'm going by memory.
Yeah.
Although I'm looking at the team names because
he's old. He'll probably forget who they.
What?
So they leave Iceland. And they're heading to Amsterdam. Fly to Amsterdam.
Nice place.
And then Amsterdam's a great place. I'm not sure why they did nothing in Amsterdam. But then they had to get to Antwerp, Belgium.
Did they get there? How did they get there?
They took a train.
Okay, that's why. I think they
had to
landed
get
in
to Amsterdam and take the train.
Well, I like that. It breaks things up a bit.
It's cool, actually. I've taken that train. It's a nice train, but going from the airport down underground to get to the train section and all that is
I think they were recently in Amsterdam a couple seasons ago.
There was.
Antwerp is
Antwerp is different.
It's been a while, I think.
But then they get to Antwerp, and the first thing they got to do in Antwerp is get the chocolate. Get to the chocolate shop to get their next clue.
Yeah.
They don't have to do anything.
I know that sucks.
It's kind of a waste of the chocolate shop.
I know. So the next thing is they have to go that crane thing. With
the climbing into the sky thing. So a rope ladder hanging from a crane. 4 people can get onto it, and what it does is it starts going up, and when it gets to the maximum height, it stops and basically drops you back down slowly, but drops you back down. You've got to get your clue from the top of that ladder.
I'm glad you pointed at me because I would probably be doing this task.
It's an upper body task.
It's
you
a
have
height
a little
task.
better upper body strength than I do. I think I'm better on the leg task. I think you're better on the upper body tasks. So I'm pointing to you. Although realistically, I probably could have just reached up and grabbed the clue.
He is tall. Although they did the.
It was 100.
It was pretty
100
high.
feet in the air.
The
like
NBA guys did up tough, and it was tough. It's you are climbing a ladder, but you are climbing a rope ladder, which moves.
So it's
really hard.
swinging and it gets windier the higher up.
And some of them.
Yeah.
The clues fell.
Some of the clues did fall. Unfortunately,
no one knocked it over. They just fell.
Unfortunately, they did not fall into the water, so nobody had to get wet to go and retrieve their clue.
Yeah.
So that was good.
So most teams do this. Some teams are late. I mean, the firefighter guys are bad at directions. They get lost all the time.
God.
I mean, I thought they're firefighters. I don't want these guys to be chasing.
Neither of them drives the truck.
They better not drive the truck because, where is that fire? I don't know. Look for the smoke.
Yeah, that would be a bad idea.
Yeah.
So.
Sorry, guys, but that's the way it is. It's a detour.
It goes to the detour.
Yeah.
Old Print or Diamond Glint.
These are good. These are good tasks. These are good, hard tasks. But
they are.
I didn't find them very TV watch because when people are doing this stuff, that doesn't make good TV for me. I mean, maybe on one side it could be like that, and the other side they're doing something else.
Well, and I'm watching when they're setting all the little fonts in, each block of font text in, and I'm looking and I'm like, that one's backwards, that one's upside down. What are you doing? Why aren't you using the rulers?
That's why I don't want him to do.
It was fun.
That
was an easy
one.
It
annoys me if you ever get on a race and you have to do tasks.
You're doing it wrong. I know you now.
Yeah, I know.
So what the hell?
At least I help you.
Anyway.
This task was head-to-head, or as they call it in Canada, a face-off, because we're hockey types.
Right. So
this is the first time they've done a face-off, although this is like the third. They've had 3 in Canada.
3 in Canada.
I think the other races have had this before.
Something similar. This is the first time the US has done one.
Yeah, it was okay. They had to move.
It was interesting. What they had to do was take a trolley. They had to dress up in a French fry costume, and then run a trolley through an obstacle course, loaded with I think 6 or 8 bags of French fries.
And race other teams.
And race other teams. Beat out the goat yoga, and
I did not
they
like
managed to stay in.
The fact that the mat was right there. I mean, every time the Canadian version has done it, there's always another task between the face-off. So
you've got a bit of time to
get a bit of time to redeem yourself.
Yeah.
When you gotta wait, if you're the last team, you gotta wait for the sand thing to come down with the timer.
Exactly.
But I didn't like it was. I didn't like the mat being right there.
Okay.
But
It kind of kills it for, I mean, you know that this is it. If you lose, you're out. End of episode 2 is Cody and Jessica, Team Big Brother. They got first place. And
Couple grand.
April and Sarah basically get, bye-bye. Have a nice day. It's been fun knowing you.
I'm not surprised they were gone.
I'm not. Out of all the teams this season, they were probably, I would think, the weakest team.
They had issues with driving, and they had issues with communication. So, yeah.
Yeah. Nothing against them.
No.
I mean, they're a very competitive team, but they were probably one of the weaker teams. I also think that the NBA guys are they're back and forth. They're like this.
They're back and forth. You never know those guys. I mean,
it just depends on the luck of what task they hit and who does it.
Because of their size.
Yeah.
Because they're tall like you and
they're
old like us.
Yeah. He's almost 50.
They remind me. They in a sense, this would be like almost like Gord and Wayne running the race. Although we would have more beer. In a sense, because we'll go to episode 3.
So we're moving into 3. Moving into episode 3.
From Antwerp to Morocco, Tangier.
Tangier.
Nice.
Yeah, it looks like a fun place to go.
I would love to go there.
Yeah, first task in Tangiers is...
Find the fish.
Find the fish. Sorting fish. Basically getting a pile of fish out of a giant bin and putting them into a smaller bin. And you have one thing to look at for a sample. And fish are smelly and fish are slimy and fish slide all over the place. And if you've never worked with fish before...
We don't need them. I need the names.
Oh, you need the names.
I haven't remembered all the names because I'm bad this way.
If you haven't worked with fish before, I mean, it can be kind of...
It's pretty disgusting smell.
It is.
You can deal with it.
It is. I mean,
Cedric had a dealt with it
got there, he threw up immediately.
That's true. Some teams got lost.
Jessica, who was like, I don't think I could ever eat sushi again. You know what? A month later, you'll be eating sushi again. I don't think I'll ever drink whiskey again, but you know what? Probably the task is pretty basic.
Yeah, pretty basic. It just takes patience, and then it's smelly, and I'm gonna get smelly and icky. Deal with it.
Christy and Jen got lost trying to find their way there or something.
Yeah.
And eventually showed up last
when they nailed it.
Aced it.
They didn't worry about it. Get it done.
They just in and out before the other teams had actually left.
That was pretty cool.
I was very impressed with that. Yeah.
Snowboarders are pretty cool. Roadblock.
This was a roadblock with the gnome. So you got to get your Travelocity gnome. And
this is probably one of the best uses of the gnome.
I like that.
Sometimes I'm going like, oh, they got the gnome. They have to
just carry the gnome everywhere.
But this was probably the best use of the gnome so far. The gnome went on the zip line. First, I thought they had the zip line across. The gnome went across.
And I'd be afraid zip lining holding the gnome.
Yeah.
Because you'd be afraid you break the gnome, you got to do it again.
Zip lining across. And then you have to go around and find where the gnome was, which was pretty cool.
And it's going, maybe a block, 2 blocks, but a block or 2 in Tangiers is like all these tiny little streets you got to weave through. Was good on the first part of that. So the first zip line, he was good. His second zip line, he was starting where?
Well, why the heck are you carrying your backpack, Cedric?
It's a roadblock. Your team member is sitting over there.
Yes.
Leave it with him.
Leave it with him. There you go.
That was insane. I just don't. And why has he got a 50-pound backpack?
Yeah, why did he have a 50-pound pack? What is that?
Like a couple of pairs of pants, a couple of pairs of shoes.
I mean, he's a big guy, so the clothes are bigger, but it's not going to be 50 pounds. We got a couple basketballs in there.
At one point, I think Jessica took.
Let me hold your gnome for you.
Yeah, because she was like trying to juggle the phone and the gnome and everything else. So she took the gnome and set it down beside her.
Yeah, after she was done.
After she was done, and then then she goes and Jessica makes her call. Brittany runs off. Jessica turns around and realizes that Brittany's gnome is still sitting on the ground. But she's like, well, do I take it? Do I go after her or give it to her? Or do I just leave it here? And it's like, you're at the end of the line here.
No.
You do not help to that much. I mean, you didn't do it on purpose. Brittany might think she did, but she didn't.
You will. Leave the gnome behind. Too bad.
Leave the gnome behind. Because the other thing is, if you take the gnome, now Brittany realizes, oh, I don't have my gnome. I got to run all the way back to find my gnome. Meanwhile, your gnome's not there.
And you're going somewhere else.
Now you got to hunt down the next person who may or may not have taken it.
Nope.
So you just got to leave it alone.
Yep.
Yeah. So she made the right call on that.
Excellent call.
Yeah. It was Brittany's fault for leaving it behind.
Yep. And it was.
But
she didn't take it and didn't throw it in the corner.
No.
Because if she would have thrown it somewhere or hidden it on purpose, she would have been penalized.
Exactly.
She just set it down.
She was just trying to be helpful to her. Was shake it off, which is basically belly dancing and find 3 words, or Drop it off.
You got to grab a bunch of stuff.
Haul a bunch of groceries up a hill. I'm sorry, but no, we're not doing that.
If you just ran through the town and you're all sweaty, why would you take this other task? Go to the belly dance. Belly dancing.
Belly dancing. We're going belly dancing.
All right.
Even if we have to get up in the, dressed up as belly dancers, we're still going belly dancing.
Yeah, this is probably the only dancing task we would actually do.
No, we'd enjoy it. I like belly dancing.
It's enjoyable.
I don't know that maybe not. But
Oh, that image.
as long as I cover my belly, it's all good. I'll keep the shirt on.
I burned. But you can see the teams that did the belly dancing one, the shake it off one, were done. Once they figured out what's going on, instead of stuff dancing and try to pick up the girls, you would see. Okay, we're gonna find the names and move on. They all finish pretty much way before
Moulay Hadif Palace or something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We have no notes for this. You actually remember this.
Yeah.
He was hungover. And weirdly,
kind of weird.
Sean and Cedric decided to do let's walk through the town and carry stuff again, because even though Cedric is
just raced
dying,
almost had a heart attack.
Yeah. But Henry and Evan
managed to get there first.
But you got 3 or 4 teams coming in.
They went a trip to Switzerland?
Zurich.
Yeah, cool.
Well, there you go.
Oh,
Chocolate, more chocolate.